Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So it's been a minute since I made a video. I've been putting out Dave's videos. I decided that him and I are gonna, kind of start vlogging, and I'm gonna continue to do art videos, and he's gonna do some art videos, and we got a bunch of stuff that we want to do coming up. Um, just to sometimes it's just hard to sit down and do art. Right now, I want to thank every single one of you for all your emails, your Facebook messages, your texts, checking to see if we are okay, if I'm okay. And we're hanging in there. Emily has been in the hospital a couple times, and now she has to get um, her gallbladder collapsed and has a bunch of like gunk and stones, and it's making her very sick. And um, on top of other things that she has to take care after, and it's just a lot. On top of dealing everything that I deal with, so it's just been a little crazy. I'm in a really bad depression, and with all the COVID and money and unemployment and all these things and the government, it's just really hard. So we're just trying to keep moving forward the best that we can. And I do appreciate the you guys who support me on Patreon. I also appreciate the support that you guys give me on my YouTube membership. I'm hoping to get back to normal soon, like everybody is. But yeah, so thank you very much. And if you would like to support me through YouTube membership, the link is down below. There's different tiers that you can do. A couple bucks to support any creator, not just me, any creator. But yeah, so that's that's kind of where I'm at right now. Just got a lot going on, and what are you gonna do? We all do, right? Okay, so I figured I was gonna sit and paint today, and I figured I would come on and paint on video and do video and kind of talk through it. If you're interested and want to watch, I love doing these videos. So of the where I do my little Halloween odd girl and bat. I love these. I've made so many of these and sold so many of these. So I just wanted to do one today. So I think I'm going to do the backgrounds. I was going to do it black, but I'm going to do it purple. And this is dioxine violet. And I'm just going to just start. It's opaque, and I'm okay with that because I'm going to put some sparkle on top, some color shift. I drew with a Stabilo, a blue Stabilo, and you'll see it blending in, and I'm okay with that. So Halloween's coming. It's my favorite. I wanted to have all kinds of Halloween stuff and, up for sale, but I don't know. I mean, I still have time, but you never know. I hope you guys are doing well. It's really hard because I'm in New Jersey, and we had a really bad outbreak, and so like Emily had to go to the emergency room. Only one person is allowed in with her, so her boyfriend went with her. Uh, both well, no, her boyfriend went with her the first time. My husband, her dad went. Dave went the second time, um, because her boyfriend waited in the car because they wouldn't let them in. He had come, separate, and so we had that, and then her surgery. Nobody can go in with her. She has to go in alone, and just a mess. This stupid COVID. If people would just wear their masks and quit transporting it everywhere or whatever. Which I don't understand. If we can open all these different places, why can't we just do what we want to do? If I want to go in with my daughter, why can't I? Or my husband? Why does it have to be so? I know it's to protect them, but I don't know. It drives me nuts. I just feel bad, my daughter. Having to do it by herself. But what are you going to do? I mean, there's nothing you can do about it, so. So this is just a tree. Like I said, I just, obviously you could tell, hand drawn on. But I also, in all the chaos, I went to foster a puppy. And when I went to pick him up, I saw him and fell in love with him. Obviously, he was only, he was 6 weeks when we went and we saw him to get him to foster. And I fell in love with him, so I don't know, I might keep him. He's a part boxer, part, we think, shepherd. And he's just a cutie pie. Piece of work, such attitude. We named him Luther. And Luna loves him. And he loves Luna. So, I don't know. Luna's my daughter's dog, so when she gets married and moves out, because she's planning on getting married, she'll be taking Luna, so this is going to be our van dog, because we want to get a van. Dave's going to get a van, and we're going to be van lifers for a while, I think. Because it is so expensive. And his work just, ever since all this started, just died off. You know, companies really aren't doing their shorts, down to like the short staff and all that. So we're going to be van lifers. But yeah, so we're going to do like some cooking videos and stuff, because we've been, you know, really having fun doing stuff like that. Like I told you guys, we got the Sesame Jack chicken perfectly. We got the Red Lobster Ultimate Fondue down perfectly. So we'll show you the expensive way and the cheaper way. And what else have we been doing? Sesame Jack chicken. General Tso's chicken. We did a tempura. Oh god, where we did the tempura shrimp. And did a Chinese sauce on it. Oh my god. It's like, tastes like you're getting Chinese food out. It is that good. Now I can see my lines here. I'm like, oh, where's all my lines? But I'm not worrying about it, because I can just go back and draw over it. I just want to get a little bit of a layer down. I know, I'm blabbing. Alright. Now I got to do in here, so I got to lay more color down, but I want to dry this a little bit. And I'm just throwing down, you know, I'm throwing it down haphazardly. I'm not worrying about it too much. But I'm doing it like piece by piece, because sometimes I could have, which is something that you can do. You can just paint the whole thing and then draw on top. Did I do that? No, because I was like, well, how am I going to do it? What am I going to do? And I was sitting here and I'm like, well, let me just sketch it out and see. And then stupid me did it in the Stabilo, which I love to draw with. I love Stabilos. But didn't think about having to paint the background like I am. But it's really not that big a deal. Okay. Because what I can do is go over it, which maybe I will. I'll draw over it with a little bit of permanent black marker. and then I can go over it with a little bit of water, and the blue will come off, whatever isn't stuck down. And I like the blue, like I'm gonna go up here a little bit more, kind of just give it some texture a little bit. But obviously this is, I'm gonna paint over this, you'll see. But just to like kind of get some of that blue around. And it dries fast. Oh God, in this weather. Oy, oy, oy. All right. It's at that weather now where, which I'm sure, I mean, I know California now are still hot, but where it's like really hot during the day, and then, oh, excuse me, it sun goes down and it's like, whoo. Okay. So then I see this right here. You see, I'm just using whatever's on my brush. It doesn't matter. I'll go over like where I see it's a little bit wet still to pick up whatever's left and to do it there. This is going to be a mixed media piece. So what I might do is talk a little bit longer as I go through it, and then I might just paint it and then follow through with some music. You know, and then of course, if you have any questions or whatever, of course, just ask me down below, or email me, or hit me up on Facebook or wherever. You guys are just the best. Oh gosh, all your messages. I can't even get through all of them. I haven't had a chance to get through them yet. All of them. And it's funny, I'm gaining new subscribers very quickly, but and I haven't even really been making videos, so I'm gonna try to get back on the wagon here. So if I disappear, just know I got a lot going on, and I'm very very overwhelmed and very just got a lot going on. Okay, so I'm gonna take, are you permanent? Let me see. This is the Zig Memory System Pigment Ink Acid Free Archival Quality Light Fast Light Waterproof Fade Proof Non-Bleeding Millennium, and it is in pure black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go in. Yeah, see, you can tell I've already probably used the crap out of this, so this isn't going to work on here. Nope. Then you know what I'm going to do? I got to change this to my tip. Oh, I hate when my pens die. I go through pen markers like nobody's business. What are you? You are the Water Fade Proof Premier by Nicole Pigment Liner. Let's go, girl. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Here comes garbage, I can hear. Yeah, she ain't gonna work real well either. Okay, I'm just gonna go on with Plaid paint because this ain't working either. Not the way I need it to, and I just don't have patience today. So she's gonna take her licorice multi-surface from Folk Arts, my favorite. I'm gonna shake it up. Multi-surface means that it's not matte and it's not glossy, but it's satin. So you get a little bit of a sheen, and it also will seal it for you if you don't want to do a top coat. I like it. It works over everything, glass, plastic, you name it, it does it. So I'm gonna go in with this. I'm just gonna go in and paint. It's a little thick, so I'm gonna, because I took it from the cap. And this is just, I don't even know what kind of paintbrush. A spotter brush from Plaid 506. I don't know what that means. It's a small one. On top his neck. And let's do here. Now you can do the cat any color you want. You can do any of this. Maybe you want the background to be black, or maybe you want it to be, I'm just going to paint over. Maybe you want it to be orange or yellow or whatever. I'll just draw that in. You know what I mean? So you can do whatever colors that you want. Doesn't even have to be Halloween. I have these things hanging around my house. All these things that I love to do. I don't do many of them on my channel because a lot of people don't like them. They don't like darker things. And this isn't even dark. I mean, this is just, I guess, not your norm. But she's a cute little girl. They're just supposed to look weird. You know, a little odd. Okay. Now, of course, I can go in then, once I do all that, I can go in and do the, like, sharpen it up if I want. You know what I mean? Now I'll do the tail. Try to get it in one swoop. There we go. Look at that. Ooh. I like little fluffies hanging off the tail at the bottom end. I don't know if you can see them, but it's kind of like, I like them on the ears. Like little stray hairs. No, I won't do it there because I got to do the purple and then I'll do it on top. But I just like it like, you know, a little unkempt because why not? All right, so that is the cat background so far. Now, I also like to do her hair black. So what I'm going to do is turn her around and do her hair. And just give it a little wave, little texture. Now, if you're painting anything and you drag, it drags a little bit. I add a little bit of water to my brush. Now, you know, you guys know I paint from the cap because that's what I always do. I try not to pour out, but if I have to, I do. I mean, I do pour sometimes, but you just add just a little bit of water to help it flow a little bit. Now, it'll thin it out, and it could possibly not be as opaque as you want it, so you just do another, you know, pass. But this lays down that nice, gonna add some like that. It lays down that first pass, so then you can paint over it and not worry about it too much. I do have some, I have a dollar store thing I'll be doing. I don't know if it'll go up today or tomorrow, or God knows when, but keep an eye out for it. There's some cool stuff to use from the dollar store. I love doing those. So you can see how this is like, I don't know if you can really see it, but I can. As it dries, it's much lighter than this side because of the water. But again, not a big deal. Now I'm going to go here because I want this to kind of flow down here. and give it like that. And just like everything else, I can go back once it's dry and I turn it the other way to add, you know, another layer, some more curves. I want the big hair, you know. We in Jersey, gotta have the big hair. Okay, so that is my second part. And now I'm gonna go in, rinse this off. Now, in my head the whole time I'm like, paint the bats blacks while you have the black out instead of wiping everything off, but I forgot. I forgot. So let me grab this a little bit. I'm using a heat gun, of course. Use a hair dryer. Go to the thrift store, get a hair dryer for $1.99. And if you can't go anywhere and you don't have it or you don't have the money, no shame in your game. Leave it dry for 5 minutes. Put on a video, put on your favorite song, and then it'll be dry. Because paint dries so fast. Okay. So now, let me see how we got that. And I mean, really, I can see a little bit here. You know, I need a little bit more, but I'm not worried about it. And then we have the little cat. So it's laid out. Will I be doing more on top? Of course, but it's laid out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a dark brown. And so let me find my browns. What are you? Raw umber. Should I use just raw umber? Yeah, let's use raw umber. Raw umber. And that's what I want to paint the base of my tree. I hate when it has that stuff on top. I'm going to leave that there. Let's pick a different brown. Well, that sits. What are you? You are coffee bean. Perfect. Okay. All right, good. I'm going with another brush. And I get some. Mix it in my. Okay. Now, sometimes I will put texture on the tree. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down. And I might do a little bit of texture. What I'll do is I'll mix in a little bit of my texture with this brown. And then add it on here. If you don't have modeling paste, molding paste, texture paste, all the things that they call them, what you can do, which I think is a lot of fun, maybe I'll do it, I'll decide, but you can take toilet paper, tear it apart if it's 2-ply, if it's 1-ply, okay, wet it, put some Mod Podge on it, and then add it on. Maybe I'll do that so I can show you what I mean when it's done. But I do want to lay a layer down first to see, because sometimes I don't want to add it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I really don't need it, or it's not going to do anything for what I'm doing. But we'll see. Because I mean, if you don't have anything, you can definitely always add texture with your brush, with a comb. also going to add texture in the wings, so before I paint them. And I'm going to glitter her up, I think, and I don't know, we'll see. And I'm still not done with the background, so. Different brush. Plus, this summer, or ever since COVID, views haven't been that great. My views were doing real good, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So honestly, I didn't think it was that big a deal not to do videos because I just figured everybody was, everybody's trying to live their life and deal with all the stuff that's going on, and you know. Didn't even think about it. Just gonna add a little branch there. Like I said, I'll go back. Oh my God, my one dog's down there yelling. Then you're gonna hear the puppy. Okay. See how we're just gonna do this tree here. And I kind of went in a little bit, made it, and so I'm not worrying too much because I will go back in when I do the outside. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give this a chance to dry, and then when I come back, I will do the rest of the back how I want it, and then we'll do this. And please don't pay attention to my nails. I gotta do them. And we'll move on from here. I'll be right back. Okay, doke. So all I did was I painted her face just with some Mod Podge. I mean, not Mod Podge. Folk Arts light portrait light, flesh color. You can use any flesh color. You can mix your own flesh color using primaries. And yeah, so that's what I did for that. Then what I'm going to do is I have my Mod Podge mat out, which I use all the time. It's well loved. They also have Mod Podge paper. This is Mod Podge paper in gloss, and they have it in matte as well. I don't know if this one's open or not. Yeah. And it's made for paper. So what I'm going to do today, because I'm using tissue, let's use that. Now it's glossy, but I'll be painting over it, so I'm not too worried about it. I can always gesso it or do whatever I want. So let's use that. So I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to give it a shake. Because it's gloss and it has, somewhat of a satin finish clear coat in it. You can hear it. It's much more liquidy. Okay, because I get asked about these a lot. I'm going to be doing a video showing a few of these different Mod Podge things because I get that asked that quite a bit. Okay. And then I have some toilet paper, and you can use paper towel. You can use whatever you want. I'm just going to take, it was 2-ply, took it apart, and I'm going to take some of my Mod Podge paper, and I'm going to lay it here. And I'm just going to start with pieces and sections. And try to do your best to get, the outside of where you want it to be so it can lay down and glue. You can always go back. It's not a necessity. And I'm going to set that there because when I go to lay this, lay it open. Oh, yeah, toilet paper hands. Come on. I'm going to lay it like this. And I'm going to push it down. But I want it to have some texture in it. So you see how we're just kind of squishing it. Now you can, of course, squish it before you put it on. You know. You can fold these under. This is why it's best to do it in pieces with the glue. So the glue doesn't dry and you can, you know, work. Now I probably could have cut this even in half, but I'm not worried about it right now. You can see. And if I have extra, I'll just cut that. I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm going to turn it this way. Can you see how we're starting to get a little bit of texture? It's just texture. This is if you don't have texture paste, modeling paste, all the things. All the things. I'm going to go and push with my hands. Push it real good. Okay. And I'm going to go here very carefully where my wing is, because I don't want it to, my wing will have to come, you know, it's going to be over top of it, so I don't need to worry too much. Now what I'm going to do is pull it. Okay. And I can pull this. You can see where it's kind of coming off a little bit, where it's wet and then it's not wet, and look at that. And don't throw this out because we can use this on the top. So I will just go in before I start my next part. You'll see, you're like, oh, what a mess. No, it really does come out nice. I'm going to take more of my paper, Mod Podge, and I'm going to go over it and push down. I'm going to have my brush help me in the glue. Push it down a little bit more. Get some texture in there. And you'll see it's one ply, so it's coming up a little bit, but just use your brush and push it. It doesn't matter that it's coming up. Okay. This is not about, oh, look how perfect. This is about, look, we got some texture, and I have nothing but toilet paper in the house. Do you know what I mean? So, okay, next piece. Do it again where the wing is. Bring it up and up. And you can always add more glue if you want. Where this is, you just want it to be a little bit tacky to lay it down. So then you can, of course, see, like you can roll it, do whatever you want with it. It's your toilet paper. Do what you want. I'll set that there. I'll push it up to where it's at the end. See? And push it in. Anybody watch Preacher, the TV show Preacher? I think I might have asked this before. So I'm going to push this to the side. Pull that up. I can pull that off and set it here. And then just move it over to where you want the texture. And pull a little bit more. And you know, depending on how much time you want to spend on this, it's that you don't need to spend a lot. Okay. Roll that a little bit. Roll it to the end. Roll it there. And we'll do a little bit more. See, I like to do it piece by piece, but you could be fancy and do it all at once, you know, if you want to. So I'll just lay that like that. Now I can go back in and get some more of the glue. Do the same thing, kind of push it down. Mush it in. Make those edges, they could be a little, you know, irregular because it's a tree, right? A little irregular. What do you see? How fun? Texture with toilet paper. 101. Okay. So now what I'll do is we're going to do some of these little ones. And you don't have to. I'm just going to take a little bit and like a little bit more there. Again, just lay it. I like to like let one edge be where it stops so I can kind of see it, and then I'll go and kind of push it. Again, I can tear that. I can put this going this way. That'll just fall into there. A little bit more. It's fun. Fun to do with the kids too. You can make ghosts like this and do, the kids can make textured ghosts or whatever they want. And it's toilet paper. Go to the dollar store, you get a whole thing of it for $1. Sometimes you can get 4. Sometimes I just buy the toilet paper for stuff like this. And then you have it on hand. Paper towels, whatever you want. Okay, now I'll take that off there, and I'm going to lay it right here, like, just because that's bare, and then just take that down. Look at that. And if you don't want to pull it off while it's wet, you can wait till it's dry and pull it off as well. But it's easier for me. I just like to take my nail or the other side of your brush and just go in. You can even take some of those pieces that you're rolling off and put it on there and glue it down. You see? Look at that. Look at that. And like I said, you can go over, like I see here. Do I want to put a little bit more? Well, let's put a little glue here and just layer it on. It could be tissue paper too, remember. It doesn't have to just be toilet paper. Right? Maybe you have tissue paper. Use that. Maybe you have brown tissue paper. All the better. And then I just like, even if it tears a little bit, I'm okay because I just want that texture. Yep. A little bit more glue on that so it stays. And then we could do a little bit on here if we want. What'd you learn today? Well, you can take toilet paper and make texture, which I'm sure this is not new to anybody, right? Everybody's like, yeah, okay. Been there, done that, Cal. But it's all right. I'm doing it today. For anybody who might not know. Look at that. Yeah, boy. Okay. Double this over. And lay it on there. Okay. Perfect. Now I can go dab it on there. Dab it so everything's down. You see how I use the other side of my brush just to like, if I want to maneuver it a little bit, make it sharper. Look at that. Oh, what the heck. Let's do this piece. And you see, I'm only putting a little bit just to have it stick. Right? And on this one, I'm sorry if I'm a little like awkward. Not feeling that great. So like stretching and all is taking me a minute. So, all right. So do it like this on the edge, take it to her hair, pull it off, take a little bit on the brush. Look at that. Now I can push it right there. Wish I could sing like I could, but I can't. All right, and then we have that. So might as well. And then after that, what I'm probably going to do is let this dry. I'll upload this, and then the rest of it will be tomorrow. It's just my mixed media piece that I'm doing. Tear this off here. And you see, I mean, really, it's not, I have so much toilet paper left. I didn't even need, I mean, it's a double, but I didn't even need all of it. So that's always good. Just set a little bit in there. I mean, that's how simple. And like I said, you can get fancy and really go to town on the wrinkles and all the things, but why? We're going to paint on top of it. Although, I will tell you this. That looks like a freaking cool ass tree. It looks like it got webs all over it. So I don't know. I got to wait to see how it dries, if I change it or not. We'll have to decide. But, because you know what I'm saying? It looks like it got webs. Oh, I'm loving that. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay. So that has to dry. So I'm going to put this paper away. The paper Mod Podge. This is gloss. Again, they have matte. And this is what it looks like. And it's really great stuff. So don't be afraid Don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to try new things. You know, Mod Podge has so many things. And like I said, I'm going to do a quick video on a few different ones that I love to use. Now, before I go, we're going to do the background. So I have, this is called Color Shift. I love it. You could see how it goes to like blue and purple. I have that color, or I have this color. I can't quite decide what color to use. This is more of a gold. It's called Blue Violet Flash. That's pretty, right? And then this one is Purple Flash, which I think I'm going to go with the purple. And what I'm going to do is open it. I mean, look at that. Look at how gorgeous. Oh, yes. And I'm going to take a paintbrush, probably this one, dab it off, dry it. Okay. Go in. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, my God. So like when the light hits it, it's just this beautiful flash color. Now when I do my next painting, which I'm going to do another one of these, I'll use the other one as the background. Or black, I haven't decided. I might even do the black in her hair, I haven't decided. But you could see how pretty that looks on the black, but we're not doing it on black. We're not doing this color on black because I want it to be different tones. So I painted the background purple because I wanted a little bit of a base. Like I didn't want this to go on white. I wanted it to show a little bit more. I like it on the darker colors. You know? Oh, God. I mean, look at the difference compared to here to there. How pretty. Look at that. Oh, is that pretty? So I'm not, just brush it up the same way there. Here, here. I'll go over her hair. Like I said, I'll probably do the black on there, so I'm not going to worry too much. Plus, I'm going to be adding some bats and stuff, so if there's anything I don't like, I can cover over it. I also was going to do a moon, but I changed my mind. You can see I'm doing this fast. There's nothing. And then I'll decide, oh, do I want to do a second coat? What do I want to do? God, this is gorgeous. You know me, give me glitter, give me shine. I love it. And I will glitter her up. And what I love is you can see, like down here, I'll hold it up in a minute, but like how that blue really, the Stabilo that I used, you know, it just gives it a nice outline, you know? And like I said, I'll go over all this. I'm not worried about a little of this getting on the black because that's nothing but to put a little another coat of black or the black that I'm going to use on it, which is a color as well. I have RA and fibro, and sometimes my hands are like, you know, I just want to paint. I just want to make stuff. It's not the most beautiful, most perfect, most anything. It's just from me. And, you know, I've sold a lot of my stuff, and if you choose to buy from me, I am thrilled, you know, because a lot goes into it from me because it is hard. And I totally respect other artists out there who suffer from any chronic illness because it's hard no matter what you do. I mean, anybody in life, not even artists, but when you're doing, you know, I'm doing YouTube and I start getting a little self-conscious because I'm like, oh, my hands are so bad lately and they shake or meds or whatever. And I get a little self-conscious. I'm not going to lie. And I think, why am I even bothered? You know, like what a mess I am. You know, but then I get over myself and here I am. Right? Let me show you how pretty. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh, it's going to be, oh, I'm so excited. So that's all I'm going to do on this. I'm going to do the background, decide whether I want a second coat. I'm going to do the sides because, but look at that, you can see. And then I'm going to do the black probably in her hair. And then I will come back and we will do the face. And if I don't do the face, you know, I mean, I've done a million faces. You guys know how to do faces, but maybe I will. And then I'll come back after the black's done in my next video. So this one is going to be long enough, you know, and we'll finish her. But I mean, these plaid products are fantastic, and I'm not just saying it. I mean, you could see, look how gorgeous. And look, if you don't have plaid and you have something else, or you want to make it with, you have mica powder, mix it a little bit in your paint and make it. You know? It's about just doing something different, using toilet paper for your texture. A tree's going to be gorgeous when I'm done. Just gorgeous. So right now it's hard to tell because everything has to dry. And it gets kind of like a little bit here. It gets a little patchy as it's drying. You know, some places are more dry than others, and you know, all the things. But yeah. Okay, I think I got it all right now. Everything got a coat. So that's all she wrote for today. Look how gorgeous some are. Okay, so as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. Thanks for sticking with me, and thanks for all the emails, and thank you for all the love and everything like that. If you guys use toilet paper as texture, let me see what you guys do. Tomorrow I will probably put up the rest of the video for this one. Having a blast doing these. I really like them, so I'm going to do like a little series. And I hope you guys are all well. Well, stay safe. And I love you guys very, very much. So see you in my next video. Bye-bye.